Here in the city, everything is normal, and absolutely nothing can go wrong. But now I want to watch television to see the news of the day. But it looks like the journalist is a little more serious. This means that today there are very serious things to be said. He said, a tsunami is approaching the city. Flee to high places as soon as possible. This can only be a joke, right? But now Bob is building protections on his house, and there's a new border here in the city. Okay, I'm leaving to understand what's happening here. Bob, tell me, why are you doing this? He said, did you see the news? There will be a tsunami. But it's very obvious that this is a lie. There's no way a tsunami can reach the city. We're in the middle of nowhere, and the water isn't even rising. He said, that's the problem. We're surrounded by water. Okay, Bob, you're very weird. You're making theories that don't make sense. And even if there is a tsunami, I don't think you'll be able to stay in your house. A tsunami can easily destroy your house. But now I'm coming here to my friend's party. I just arrived here. He's throwing a party. This looks really cool. There's this thing flying here. Okay, I'm going to grab this object, and now I'm going to knock this down. I'm sure I'll be able to do it. I'm almost destroying this. But while I was here, apparently it started to rain. Wait, this here is a little weird. Both of us are seeing this rain. Big, do you really think there's going to be a tsunami here in the city? And he agreed. If you think there's going to be a tsunami, why aren't you scared? He said, I know I'll be rescued by the military. You shouldn't be so sure. If a tsunami really happens, my plan is to flee the city. I'm not going to stay here trying my luck to survive in a place that has a tsunami. But now I'm going back home, especially because it's raining a lot. And now I think I'm going to sleep a little. After all, I live in a very small city where nothing much happens here for months. And when I say months, I'm not even joking. Now a few hours have passed. Wait, is it still raining? This is a little weird. It's really raining a lot here in the city. It's not possible that those guys were right. Okay, I need to watch a little more television so they can explain absolutely everything that's happening. I'm very scared of everything that's happening here in the city. He said, we don't know when the tsunami will reach the city, but it has already hit nearby islands. Okay, this is worse than it looks. He just confirmed with all the words that the city will be completely hit by this tsunami. Maybe all of them are right, and everything here in the city is really going to be destroyed. But I need to see my friend Big. He's here dancing, and he's very happy at his party. I should be less worried because, for sure, the military will save us. After all, they've already arrived in the city. Now I'm leaving here. I want to visit the city to see how everything is going. I want to see if the city is abandoned. So I just arrived right here, and you have to open this gate. But now he's looking here, and he can't open the border. He said, it's too dangerous. There's a risk of flooding, then you'll get stuck there. It's my right that I should leave the city whenever I want. I can leave my residence and come back whenever I want. So you simply can't stop me. And now he's aiming this weapon. Okay, he can stop me. So I'm leaving. But I can go this other way. But now there's a problem because he's coming after me. Okay, I stopped right here. Wait, I'm not going anywhere. I was going home. I swear to you that I came to do that. So now I just closed this gate. So he finally went back into the vehicle. This military guy is simply bizarre. I don't think he's working in favor of the people. But now I'm going to leave here. After all, he's distracted and he's coming back to the front and won't even notice that I just left here. Okay, I almost flipped my car. That was very risky. Okay, now I'm coming here to the front to see if the city is flooded. But, apparently, there's nothing much happening, except for the fact that there's a helicopter coming here. Okay, this is super weird, and now it looks like it's coming here to my neighborhood. So now it landed right here, and it even opened this door, and there's a very important soldier coming out of here. So now this city soldier is arriving to talk to him. He said, we will rescue the residents after the big flood. If we rescue them before, they won't believe us. Okay, it's very weird everything they're talking about. But now I'm arriving right here in front, and nothing much is happening. I think now is the perfect moment to buy food here at the market, but there's no attendant. Okay, this is very weird. So I'm arriving right here. I want to grab as much food as possible while I still can. So literally, I'm buying all the food. Wait, what is this? WX is coming here. Dude, what are you doing? I didn't even know you were in the city. He said, I'm going to Buenos Aires. Okay, you're pretty smart because that way you'll escape the tsunami. But he doesn't know what I'm talking about. Wait, you don't know about the tsunami? It's going to happen a tsunami in the city that's going to destroy everything, and you'll escape exactly at the moment this tsunami is going to start. He said, could this be a lie? It doesn't make sense to have a tsunami and they still haven't evacuated. You know how the city is. The mayor here is terrible. Until he realizes this is a problem, it will probably take a long time. And now this friend of mine is coming here. He did the right thing by leaving the city because, with everything that's happening, the city really has no future and he's waiting for his flight. Okay, now I'm going back home and he has to open this gate because I want to get back here. Okay, I'm honking and now he got scared and finally he opened this gate. Okay, I'm coming in here and the helicopter is still here. I'm a little scared of this, especially because it's a giant helicopter. I think everyone should be scared of that. And now it just flew away. The next time they come back to the city will be to rescue us. And he's looking here. He said, why did you leave even knowing it's dangerous to go out? Dude, it's not dangerous to go out. Actually, it's dangerous to stay here. If everything is really going to be destroyed like you say, we have to leave here as fast as possible. Okay, now I'm going back home. And why did this turn red out of nowhere? The scientist's house is completely red. Okay, first let me go back home. I have to come here to see what's happening. I hope the scientist is okay. Okay, I'm going to go down here. But what is this? His house is flooded, and it looks like it's on fire. Scientist, can't you see this? Your house is flooded. Now he's looking here, and only now he noticed. He said, the tsunami is more real than I imagined. Even you are saying this. There's a chance of a tsunami. But for that it will have to rain much more. The city isn't even flooded. Your house is the only house that's flooded. Wait, actually apparently there are more houses that are flooded. This one here is full of water, and the worst of all is that the power went out. Okay, I went up here, and you also have to leave. This water is dangerous, especially because it can have electricity in it, and that can be fatal. He said, let's go buy some things. I don't know if that's a good idea, but even so he's coming here. Okay, I'll follow him. He must know what he's doing. I'm going to get in here. He has a very tall car, but even so this can be very dangerous. If everything floods here in the city, this will be our end. And even so he's coming here to the front. I wonder what he's going to buy. Okay, we're arriving right here, and from what it looks like, he's coming exactly to the gun store. Why would he need a weapon? For now, I simply don't know. But now it's flooded. Okay, this is worse than it looks. The entire city is flooded. This is the first step to the tsunami. The second step is the tsunami. This here is simply terrible. He hasn't even noticed this yet, but he simply bought a flashlight. I don't know if that purchase was very smart. Now we're stuck here in the middle of nowhere. You can't leave from there, and I also can't leave from here. He said, the car is still on. Drive it to me. Okay, I'm going to try to do this. I'm really driving this vehicle, and now I'm getting closer. Dude, I think you can come here. It's not as hard as it looks. And now he finally arrived. Do you want to drive this? He said, let's rescue everyone so we can be called heroes. I really wanted to go back home, but since you really want to save people just to be called a hero, then let's go. But I'll say this already. I'm saving people because they really need to be saved. It looks like there's a guy in the middle of nowhere, and now you have to come here. Okay, let's rescue more people. There's a person on top of them all. Dude, you have to come here now. This is your only chance. Then he arrived. Okay, let's take him back to the neighborhood. Literally, we saved 2 people. That's a lot. I never imagined that I would save so many people. Even the soldier is looking back here, and now he opened the gate. So now both of them came here. Dude, let's save more people. There must be a lot of people needing help. I don't know where there are more people, but now I'm coming here to the front, and from what it looks like, there's a guy at the gas station right there. Okay, now I'm coming here to rescue him. You have to come to the back of the tow truck. He's not just anyone, he's the journalist. He's one of the most important people of all. He was the one who warned us about the tsunami. And there's a crashed car right here. Okay, I arrived to help him. From what it looks like, he had an accident. So finally he arrived here. Great, I'm going to take them back home. Dude, I'm doing this to save all of them. But the scientist just wants to be called a hero. Okay, I just arrived here. Scientist, do you have any plan to escape everything that's happening here? He said, let's wait for rescue. It's simple. Now everyone is coming here in the helicopter that's going to take them very far away. Literally, they're being taken to another city. They were luckier than me. I still live in this simple house that can be flooded at any moment, but now I'm going back home. I'm really very scared of the tsunami. The worst part is not knowing when it's going to arrive. We only know that the entire city is flooded, but we don't know anything else beyond that. Now it's another day, and I didn't even sleep properly. The sound of the rain is very loud, and also very worrying. I'm coming here to watch television while there's still power here. My friend's house itself doesn't have power anymore. This also applies to the scientist's house, and even this blue house. Me and Bob are the only ones who still have power. But now this journalist appeared. He has something very important to say again. He said, the military built a base on top of the nuclear power plant for the residents to survive the tsunami. Okay, this is much worse than it looks. I swore we would be evacuated to a better city, but in fact, we're going to stay here still. But I have a question. Is the nuclear power plant really capable of surviving the tsunami? Everyone here is also watching television. I'm coming to talk to the military guy because I have something very important to say. Do you really think the nuclear power plant is self-sufficient to survive the tsunami? He said, obviously not, but we have no choice. Wait, it stopped raining. Literally, it stopped raining out of nowhere. This means there won't be a tsunami anymore. The entire city is going back to normal, but the scientist left from here, and simply, he just fell on the ground. I don't know what's happening. Scientist, tell me what's happening. Now he got up. He said, when it stops raining, it means we're closer to the tsunami than you think. Wait, this simply can't be true. Finally, this helicopter arrived. He said, let's go to the shelters. Okay, we're coming here. Big isn't even worried. The same goes for Bob. You can see that he's happy, and now we took off. But you can see that there really is a base over there. Okay, we're going down right in this area. There's a giant base here with several houses. There's entertainment here. There's literally everything we need. This will be our new beginning. I have to choose one of these houses. Now we're all getting out. I think this will be my house, but he arrived before me, and apparently, he's sleeping. Okay, I'll sleep in this other room. I'm still very scared of all this. It's weird that I might lose my house. Meanwhile, these two simply don't care. You can see that my house already has no power, and Bob's house also has no power. I told him that putting those wooden boards wouldn't help. Now a few hours have passed. Okay, I just woke up. The bad part is that I just woke up at night. It's not recommended to wake up in the middle of the night. I think only the soldier is awake, and literally, he's watching television. How are you not afraid of this? He said. Who said I'm not afraid? It's because it really looks like you don't care. And now it started raining again, and apparently, the scientist is training. We have to do something important. We have to protect everything that's here by putting a roof. Let's put a roof on this part in the gym, and much more, to protect everything we have. He picked up the hammer, and now he agreed. While he builds here, I'm going to this part to build this. I'll put a roof exactly here to really protect us from everything. This is actually turning out very good. Now I'll put this over the food too. It's important to protect all of this. Great, now I'm going to eat. It's good to eat a little after all this. I built very important things here, but now the nuclear power plant ran out of power. This here is simply terrible, literally. All the power went out. This can be much worse for us, because we can't watch television anymore. This came from the power of the nuclear plant. Yeah, soldier, it looks like we have another problem. The power here is worse than it looks. I was sleeping here, and you can see that it's daytime. Some are training, while others are sleeping. But now I just got up, and they're watching television. But what's happening? Actually, it's Big who's appearing here. He said, today there's a forecast of rain. Good thing he said that, but now the power here came back. Okay, we're seeing this, and this soldier appeared. What could have happened for the soldier to appear here? Especially because, normally, it was a scientist. He said, the situation in the city is critical. I ask that you go up to the top of the mountain immediately. Okay, this is scary. We have to go up to the top of the mountain immediately. So now all of us are coming here. This is urgent. This may be our only chance to escape. People who weren't scared now are scared. If even Bob is scared, it's because this is serious. Now they closed this door. We're finally flying. We're going to arrive on top of the mountain, which will be incredible. But I don't believe our houses will be destroyed. After all, I love my house. Finally, we arrived here, and he landed the helicopter. Okay, this here is incredible. Finally, we can get out, and it's good to know that we'll survive the tsunami that's coming. It's simply impossible for it to reach up here. Now he's looking for the tsunami. Maybe it'll take a while. And now even Big arrived here. Look how weird. We'll be able to see the destruction of the city. But he's looking here. He said, this is the tsunami apocalypse. Unfortunately, you're right. You can see that the entire city is flooded. Some chose to record this, and others here are really very scared. I'm waiting for the tsunami to arrive to see if I'll survive. I'm in the highest place of all. This mountain is much higher than it looks. It's impossible for the tsunami to reach here. But Bob is looking over here. He said, guys, what is that on the horizon? Okay, all of us are seeing this. Okay, there's a tsunami coming to the city. This is terrible. You can see that it's passing by the island. And this is the biggest tsunami I've ever seen in my life. It's taller than my house. It's slowly reaching the city. Literally, it's passing through here. But luckily, we're on top of the mountain and we're going to survive this. But now everyone here is scared. It makes a lot of sense for them to be scared. After all, this is passing right below us. But now this finally passed through the city and also passed by the mountain. Big, everything worked out. We're coming here behind to see the tsunami, and you can see that. Finally, it's leaving the city. He said, good thing we're on top of the mountain. Unfortunately, not everything was on top of the mountain. He doesn't know what I'm talking about. Our houses were completely destroyed. Police cars were destroyed, and my house literally disappeared. I don't even know what this is anymore. Everything bad that could happen ended up happening. Now a few days have passed. All of us are here to go back home. So he closed this door, and he's coming here to pilot this helicopter. I'm afraid of all this. After all, a lot of things were destroyed. I think this will never go back to normal. Even if they tell me it will go back to normal, it's simply impossible. The destruction was too big. Everything ended up disappearing. But Big ended up arriving here. He said, let's rebuild luxury houses. Okay, that's a great idea. Let's rebuild this. Just much better. Now a few months passed. New mansions appeared that we ourselves are building. This one here is Bob's mansion. This is Big's mansion. And 2 houses are still being built. All of us are working here non-stop to be able to build the houses. And this time it's my house that's being built. And now the scientist is cleaning the entire city. So finally this city can be cleaned of all the flooding that dirted the city. Seriously, the city is really very dirty. Hospitals are dirty. There are few things here in the city that are clean. Now many months have passed. It's weird to say this, but everything went back to normal. People like Bob are resting. I have this new mansion, and the scientist chose to keep the same house as before. But now I'm leaving here because it looks like it's going to snow. Literally, it's snowing. Now even Big left here. He has something to say. He said, do you prefer a snow tsunami or a water tsunami? I prefer to run away. The city is divided into 2 sides. The left side is the side of the strong, and the right side is the side of the weak. I live here and also many other people. Meanwhile, on the other side of the neighborhood live the strongest of all time. My dream is that one day I'll be just like him. I wonder if one day I'll be able to do that. But now I'm coming here to talk to Big. I'm going to throw a party. Do you want to come here? Then he came closer, and he said, let's throw a party better than the strong ones. I don't think it'll be that hard. After all, there aren't people at that party. This party is really very boring. There's only one person dancing here. Actually, one more player is coming here, and now the 2 of them are dancing. This looks really cool. I won't lie. I wanted to be part of that side because my side of the city isn't as cool as it seems. But now one of them ended up arriving here. He said, just train and you'll be just like me. I know this might sound weird, but I already tried to do that once and it didn't work at all. And he wants to know what happened. A few days ago, I went to the mall and went straight to the gym to train, but I couldn't lift that weight. Seriously, I was simply a failure. Even the people who were there got up and they all started laughing at me. And since then I gave up training. It's really much harder than it seems. But now this other guy arrived here. He's looking at his strong friend. He said, don't help these noobs. They don't want to be helped. And now they're all dancing. They're bad people. Just because they're strong, they talk badly about us. He said, I thought it was a compliment, but of course it wasn't. They simply hate us just because we're overweight. But we have to change this forever. I want to change sides here in the city. So let's start training. Great. We're coming here in his vehicle. Let's go straight to the gym. So Big is arriving right here in front. Today will be the day we change our lives forever, and we'll train here at the gym. But now he turned right here. Okay, this isn't very good. Okay, this here is much better than the gym. We're here at the candy store. Going to the gym is for the weak. Those who understand things come here here to eat candy. He said, this is 1,000 times better than living in that neighborhood. You are 100% correct. But now this guy arrived right here. What are you writing? He said, you have already eaten too much candy. Legally, I have to ask you to stop. This can only be a lie. This would never happen. We are a little overweight, but we know our limit of food that we should eat. He said, according to my cameras, you are incorrect. And now he grabbed this tablet. Okay, I'm watching the cameras. It's 12 in the morning. I'm eating. For some reason, at 2 p.m., my friend ended up leaving. At 5 p.m., we kept eating. Wait, I've been here since 12 in the morning. Dude, how did time pass so fast? I simply didn't notice it. I've been here for more than 5 hours. Now Big is looking here. He said, it looks like only 10 minutes have passed. Dude, this is worse than it seems. Could this be the reason we're overweight? And he disagreed. And you're really right. The reason we're like this is simply bad luck. After all, we were born this way. He's looking here. He said, I don't think so. I remember that when I was a baby, I was already very overweight, and my friend too. But actually, we were very skinny. Something changed for us to become overweight. Big, do you have any idea what happened? Because I have no idea at all. He also doesn't really know what happened. Dude, it's scary to think that we got fat simply out of nowhere. It's like the universe is going against us. So finally, we're going back home. Big, let's stop by the frozen lake because it's really cool. I'm coming here to skate. Great, I'm skating here. This is really cool. Okay, I got a little tired, so I'm going to stop, and I'm already resting. I don't know how I got tired so fast. And Big, you're tired even standing still. Dude, you didn't even skate. How are you already tired? He said, turning the car steering wheel tired my muscles. Dude, we're in a much more complicated situation than it seems. First of all, we ate a lot of candy, while dedicated people come to the gym and keep training all night looking for better results. Seriously, we have to change this, and we have to start becoming strong. Great, both of us are training here, and Big just fell to the ground. I don't know what happened, but now I also ended up falling to the ground. I'm very tired. Now it's another day. Okay, I got up. I don't know what happened here, but from what it looks like, I fell asleep out of nowhere. Even Big got up. He said, why are we here? Dude, I don't know either. I think we were abducted by aliens. That's what makes the most sense. And now even he got scared. Wait, but if your car is here, that means my theory is wrong. Somehow, we came here, but he's looking here, and now he started skating. This here is simply incredible. It's really cool to skate here on the ice. And now he just jumped, but he's very tired and just fell to the ground. Big, what happened? I'm coming here to check on him, but now from what it looks like, he's sleeping, so that's how both of us fell asleep. Big, get up! We have to train to become stronger. But now there's a very big problem. The police officer is coming here, and the worst of all is that he came here on the ice. After all, this is frozen, and he's coming here armed. But he's looking at me. He said, did you fight with him? Of course not. I would never do that to my friend. After all, we've been friends for much longer than you think. I've known him since the day I met him. So now he ended up leaving. It's better that Big gets up soon, because I don't know if he's okay. So finally he got up. Big, let's train to become better people. But he refused, and simply went back to sleep. Dude, you can't sleep. Okay, I'm carrying him, and I'm going to take him to the gym. We're going to the gym, even if you don't want to. He said, you can't take me to the gym. I'll sue you. Dude, I don't care about that anymore. We have to go to the gym and change our lives. We can't keep going like this forever. I'm going to help my friend change his life with me. We'll be the strongest of all. We'll surpass even the strongest. Seriously, they're very strong. So let's go. Now I'm going to leave the car parked right here. I'm not very good at driving cars, but I'm coming in here. In a few minutes, I'll become the strongest of all. So I'm coming here. But this is going to be a little harder than it seems, because I'm not managing to lift this. Even Big got scared. He said, let me try to lift this. Dude, lift this. I doubt you'll manage to. So he came here and simply couldn't lift the weight. This is really very sad. Dude, I told you, this is much harder than it seems. But now this guy arrived here, and he managed to lift this weight. How can you do something like this? This weight is much heavier than it seems. He said, just start with the smaller weights and keep progressing to the bigger one. Wow, that makes a lot of sense. I had never stopped to think about that. He said, that doesn't make any sense at all. If one day I'll be able to lift the biggest weight, why can't it be now? Big, actually, that makes total sense. We have to start with the smallest weight up to the biggest weight of all. So I'm lifting this weight together with my friend. I'm doing better than ever. Now I'm going to do this with both arms. My God, I just fell to the ground. I don't know what's happening. Hey, what's happening? Now he just closed the door, and it's the scientist who's taking me directly to the hospital. I don't know what happened to me. I only know that I'm back here. Please, tell me what's happening. I'm really very confused. He's taking me to the surgery room. Wow, I'm feeling very dizzy. He's checking how I am. He said, dude, just one question. What do you eat in your diet? Look, to answer that, I have to think a little better, because my memory isn't very good. When I wake up, I eat candy. In the afternoon, I also eat candy. And when it's night, I also eat candy. Thinking about it, I think I eat too much candy. He said, if you don't stop, you'll only have 1 month to live. Do you want to know what problems you have because of candy? Of course I want to know. He said, you have type 2 diabetes, high risk of a heart attack, excessive sweating, extreme tiredness to walk. Wait, you don't need to say anything else. Just answer me one question. How can I fix all of this? He said, dude, you literally only eat candy. Go eat something that's good for you. Okay, he's going to help me do the grocery shopping. This doctor, who's my friend, he's very good. He's a scientist, but he's also a doctor. And now we're coming up here in front. I always buy food right there. This is the candy store that has the best candy, but from today on I won't buy there anymore. Great, he's parking here, but I'm still his patient. This is very annoying. Dude, I think it's better if I do the shopping. So he handed me this shopping cart. Okay, I can't buy these cupcakes anymore. So I'm coming here to buy something else that's not candy, which in this case is this soda. He said, don't take that, it's even worse than candy. Okay, you're very weird. I can't just stop drinking this. But now he's coming here, and he grabbed this water. Okay, I'm drinking this. It's just water. Are you serious that you want me to drink this? And he agreed. Okay, I'm doing a lot of shopping. He's forcing me to buy these fruits. Now get out of the way. I'm going to buy this ice cream. And he didn't let me. Dude, you don't let me do anything. Great, I'm leaving here with the worst groceries of all. He made me buy rice, beans, fruits, and also chicken. I doubt I'll get better because of this. You're just forbidding me from eating candy. He said, you'll have energy to train, and it'll also reduce the problems you already have. Dude, you're very weird. I'll never have the strength to train here, because you need to be strong to come here. I tried to go there several times, and I simply failed. Great, now I'm going back home. I'm going to sleep because I'm very tired, and Big is also here. Now a few hours have passed. I just got up, but I'm starving. I'm really very hungry. Everyone here is getting up too. There are several residents here. Great, I'm coming here to have breakfast, but while all of them eat candy, without even thinking twice about it, I'm going to eat this fruit. But even he got up here, and he's really very scared. He said, get out of here. We don't want apples near us. Everyone here hates fruits. Dude, you can't do this to me. This here is just an apple. He said, do you know where this comes from? From a tree. And what's the problem? Dude, only now I'm realizing that you guys are very weird. And it's very weird because now that I'm eating this, I'm realizing that it's not as bad as it seems. These candies manipulated me into thinking that fruits like this were bad, but this is better than it seems. But this guy came down here. He said, you have a lot of potential. Do you want to train with me? Wait, are you inviting me to train together with you? But of course I accept. I'm going to train, and I'm going to become the best of all. Great, both of us are coming here. He'll have to open this gate for me. So the police officer is looking here, and finally opened this gate. Look, thank you very much. For the first time, I'm on this side. Tell me what the training will be like. Okay, he's taking me up here in front. He has this motorcycle that's really cool, but now he came right here. Dude, you can't get down here like that. But now he arrived right here, and there's a guy in the middle of nowhere. What could he be doing here? Okay, I'm coming here too. And now I started training, but now I'm already very tired. Finally, they stopped training. Great, that's over. Now he's looking here. He said, it's just beginning. Wait, what are you talking about? Now they're running here. Okay, I can't believe this, but they started a race. But I'm starting to fall behind because I'm very tired. I can't believe I have to run. I thought this would be much simpler, but now I'm doing a race on foot, or rather, a marathon. Both of them are simply running. Dude, I can't take it anymore. I'm starting to get exhausted. I had to stop to rest while both of them are running over there. Seriously, they're very fast. I'll never be like that. Okay, now both of them are watching me run. This here is simply embarrassing. The motorcycle is almost faster than me, even while being slow. But I won't stop doing this. I'll win this race, and I'll reach the end, which is exactly the mountain. Okay, I started running, but I'm very tired, so I'm going to eat the apple. Okay, now I'm much faster. I'm literally faster than this motorcycle, and now I'm going to reach the end. Great, I finally arrived here. I'm really very tired, so much that now I'm lying down here, and now they are finally arriving. Look, you took quite a while, but they're applauding me. Why are you applauding me? I really don't understand. He said, you went beyond your limits. This is great. Dude, I hadn't even noticed that, but it's true. I couldn't run for 20 seconds, but now I did one of the longest routes of my life. This is better than I thought. Now all of us are coming to the place I'm most afraid of, which is exactly the gym. So all of them are going up here. They're running again here on the treadmill. Okay, I'm running here, and I simply won't stop. I'll go beyond my limits again. Now it's night. I'm very tired, so I'm drinking water. Really? I'm super tired. Wait, now that I noticed it, I literally lost weight. I simply hadn't noticed that before. So he stood up here. Another guy arrived here too, and everyone is very happy. From today on, my life will change forever. Now I'm going back home, and my friend is very scared. Now he came closer. Big, I lost weight, and if you want, I can help you too. He said, is there a way I can lose weight with a candy diet? Of course not. Actually, I think you should talk to the scientist. For sure, he'll help you. And apparently, Big is going there. Really? Big is leaving. I can't believe he's going to listen to me. Me losing weight inspired several people to lose weight too. So now I'm sleeping. Finally, it's another day. Big, tell me what made you change. He must have told you the same thing he told me. He told me that I have a few months to live. He said, months? He said that I have a few days to live if I didn't stop eating what I was eating. Okay, your situation is worse than mine. I thought I was bad, but you're much worse. Now my friend and I are running. We're doing a marathon to basically lose weight. Everything here has to work out. Look, I won't lie. I'm very tired. We've been here for more than an hour. Literally, we walked around the entire city. Dude, let's stop to rest because I'm very tired. And now he just fell to the ground. He's very tired. Great. Both of us are resting after a very tiring day. I don't know if I can go back home like this. Now even he got up. He said, let's continue. We can't stop. If you want, you can go ahead, and then, literally, I'll catch up to you. So Big ended up leaving, and he's running here. This is much more tiring than it seems. Great, I'm catching up to him, and I'm simply going to pass him. I think not even Big expected this, but now I just passed him. Really? I'm very fast, and now I'm coming up front here. Great! I simply came back here to the neighborhood. Big! We're doing very well. Now you already have enough stamina to start training. You can already train here. This is much cooler than it seems. Well, we're coming here to sleep. I really wonder why people like Bob's cousin don't try to improve. He can improve, but he doesn't even try. But now that it's morning, I think I'll ask him about it. Let me see if Big is okay. It looks like he's not inside there, but from what I'm seeing, he's training a lot, and he's doing very well. He just lost weight. I'm coming here to talk to Bob's cousin, and from what it looks like, he's laughing. Are you seriously laughing while watching watching the news? Dude, what's funny about that? Okay, I came here too to understand what's happening here. He said, a petition was made to change the name of the city to 67. By any chance, was it you who did this? He's looking here and simply agreed. Dude, you're crazy, but tell me one thing. Why don't you train? He said, I seek health, not strength. Okay, I simply don't understand what that means. But while everyone rests because it's the weekend, I'm coming here to train together with my friend. He's lifting one of the heaviest weights, and it's my turn to try to do this. So he left from there, and now I'm managing to lift these weights. But now another person is coming up here, and he's very scared because I lost a lot of weight. Now a few months have passed, and I'm one of the strongest of all. Most of the people here aren't as strong as I am. Even my friend ended up improving a lot. But I have a question. We still live in that simple house, but can we change? After all, the city is divided into two sides. Maybe now is the right time for us to change sides. I came to talk to him. Police officer, both of us are strong. I think now I can finally change sides. But now he grabbed this radio. Dude, what are you doing? I swear I don't understand. But now there's a helicopter arriving right here. This is very weird. After all, it's a military helicopter, and now it landed right there. Dude, we didn't commit any crime. I really swear to you that I didn't do this. Why would he report me? He's writing something here. He said, you're approved. The middle house and the left house are available. Wow, I can't believe this. The blue house and also the white house are available. And now he opened the gate. I'm coming here for the first time with the purpose of living here. Before, I only came as a guest, but now I'm a resident of this side. It looks like Big already chose his house. This house looks really cool. So this one here will be my house, which also looks very good. And the best part is that there are already fruits in here. I am very rich here in Brookhaven, so much so that I live in this incredible mansion. But today I want to do a test. I literally want to become poor, and now even my security guard arrived here. He said, are you sure? It's a path with no return. Yes, I really am sure. Also because many here in the city are poor, and I don't even know what they are like. Here where I live there are several borders that prevent you from leaving the city. So I want to meet these people who are poor to see if their life is better than ours. From what I noticed, he became more serious. He said, I will take you to observe where they live, and you will change your mind. Okay, it's alright. So now we are coming here in the helicopter, and we are both flying. This will be very cool. I rarely fly here in Brookhaven, also because it's very expensive to fly, and from what it seems, they live right here. Dude, this place looks incredible. Just look how cool this looks. Big is one of the residents here. I think this really is the right place for me. He said, I brought you here thinking that I would change your opinion, but I was wrong. Now I'm sure that I have to live here. This will be incredible. Great. I'm packing my bags to leave here, but to be honest, I don't know if I'm doing the right thing. Probably I'm not, but I have to find out what life is like outside this border because I rarely leave here. Great. I'm ready to go into this. I don't know how many vehicles I should use. Okay, I'm leaving here. I'm ready to become a beggar. I will be the most millionaire beggar in the city. Thinking a bit better. Maybe it's better if I don't take these vehicles. I will stay one whole day, literally with nothing. Great. Now I'm leaving here. I need you to take care of my house. And he agreed to help me. Security, I want to leave here. I will pretend to be poor to see what life is like here in the city. Also, Bob's cousin is making a work of art. He said, it's a path with no return, literally. Are you sure you want to go? But of course yes. I really am ready to go into this. So now he left here, and finally he opened this gate. Look, thank you very much. I will basically change my life starting today. I'm very anxious to see what life is like outside the city. So now I'm exactly here. There is a person passing there in front. Wait, he's coming exactly here. Apparently he wants to talk to me, and actually, he's laughing here. Okay, I don't know what happened. Tell me what you want. He said, you are a beggar. Wait, why is that funny? This doesn't make sense. But he's really laughing a lot at me. Dude, you are simply bizarre. And now he just left here running. He's the strangest person of all. I did not know that people here outside the city were treated this way. This is terrible. Now a few hours have passed. Dude, I hate being where I am. I'm thinking of leaving here, but now there is a person arriving right here, and he's coming in my direction. He said, you are one of us, so come live with us. Can I really live in your neighborhood? I really want very much to be part of this. And now apparently he left. This is very good. So now I'm coming here, and finally I will be part of this neighborhood. This is much better than it seems. I really want very much to meet the people who live here. Okay, now I'm arriving here. Tell me where I'm going to live. Also because, apparently, there are several rooms. In some of these rooms there are already people sleeping. He said, choose whichever you want, and change the color of the house. Okay, of all the houses that are here, 2 are already occupied, and the other 2 have already changed color. So this means that only the first house is available, which, in this case, is exactly this one. So I took this paint spray, and I'm going to change the color of this to purple. I'm sure it will look very cool, and really, it turned out incredible. This will be the house where I will sleep starting today. So now I'm already sleeping, and Big is, until this moment, doing exercises. Okay, now it's morning, and all of them are having breakfast. Okay, I will get up too. Today will be an incredible day because it's the first day that I'm being poor here in Brookhaven. Okay, I'm arriving right here, but unfortunately, there is no space for me. Now Big left there. He said, you can stay in my place. I will prepare the activity of the day. day. Okay, it's alright, so I'm exactly here, but I did not understand what he said. He talked about the activity of the day. Can someone explain to me what that is? He said, every day we do something random together. Okay, this seems incredible. I'm drinking this milkshake. This seems very good. Not only does it seem, but this is really very good. This must be one of the best things I have ever drunk. Now he's going here to sleep. Why is he going to sleep out of nowhere? Maybe he really is sick. Meanwhile, I'm still eating, but this guy arrived here in front. He said, come on, everyone. Big is waiting for us. Okay, but where exactly do we have to go? I still did not understand this right, but now I'm following all of them. From what I understood, they are coming here to the cable car to go up to the top of the mountain. Okay, I just arrived here, and now we are going to go up here. I do not know exactly what we are going to do, but I'm sure it will be very cool. Great, we arrived up here, so I'm getting off the cable car, and now I'm coming down here. From what it seems, this activity is right here in front, but he took this vehicle. Wait, what is this here? It's a very strange vehicle, but is it serious that all of us are going to go down here using this vehicle? He said, yes, it will be very cool. In my past life, I never did this. Actually, my life was very sad, but now everything literally is better. I did not expect that this would happen, but I'm arriving exactly here, and I think all of us are ready to go into this. This will be one of the most different activities. Great, now we are coming here in front, and we are going to go down here. Great, we are going down here, and now finally we are arriving here at the end. Okay, we arrived here, and now we are taking this vehicle here in front. To be honest, I do not know where we are going, but we have to accelerate a bit more to get more speed. Great, we entered here inside, and now we are literally coming here in front like this. Being poor actually is much cooler than it seems. From what I understood, we are going to the beach. At least I think that is what is happening. We are coming here in front, and he's parking his car. Great, I'm arriving here. This actually is very cool. Dude, your life is incredible. He said, I thought everyone's life was like this. Dude, but of course not. The life of people who have money is very different. When I was rich, I had everything, but I had nothing to do. So I stayed watching television all day. I also stayed eating food all day. When I was rich, my life was super boring, but now that I'm poor, my life is much more interesting. Okay, after a few hours, I'm returning home, and really, I'm very happy. Literally, nothing here can go wrong. Great, I just arrived here in our neighborhood. I'm coming here to eat food too. I do not even know what to choose. There is a lot of interesting food, so I took a piece of pizza. But now the soldier is coming here in front. What is happening? Why is he coming specifically to our neighborhood? This is very strange. It seems that some crime happened, so this soldier appeared here. He said, Wheelix, your house was sold. Officially, you no longer have anything. Dude, you cannot do this. I will sue all of you. The bad side is that now all of them know where I came from. Dude, I will recover my house, even if this seems impossible. He said, you will not. If you leave the neighborhood, you are permanently excluded from the neighborhood, and you cannot return there anymore. Dude, this simply is absurd. You cannot do this. And now he just left here. Really? This is very serious. I was permanently excluded from the neighborhood where I lived my entire life, just because I decided to find out what it's like to be poor here in Brookhaven. But now he came closer. He said, stay calm, all of us went through the same thing. Wait, you are telling me that literally everyone here used to be rich? And now he agreed. But even Big is arriving here, and also this other player. He said, we all were rich, but we realized that the city laws were absurd. I do not think the rules are absurd. Actually, I think they are fair. And now all of them are here. From what I noticed, he has something to say. He said, you stay without electricity every weekend. You cannot take a shower on Thursdays. Do you not think this is strange? Now that you are saying this out loud, this seems a bit strange. Maybe the rules of that neighborhood really were a bit strange. Okay, at least I'm in a better place now. It simply is incredible, but I think I have a question. Where's the bathroom? So he stood up. He said, follow me. I will show you. Okay, now I'm following him, and from what it seems, he's coming exactly to this house. I will not lie. This is a bit strange. And why does this house not have doors? You can see that there are some doors missing here in very random places. Actually, what is most missing here are doors. Why does this happen? He said, there is a person who doesn't like doors. Well, I think I already noticed that. There are several fallen doors here. Someone definitely hates doors, but we are going up here. I really want very much to know this place, but he brought me here inside, and it seems that they take showers here. After all, there are several toilets, and also I can take a shower here. And the best of all is that this curtain closes. For some reason, when you come here, the window simply doesn't close. Okay, a few hours have passed, and now I'm very cool. I'm like this. I'm ready for another day being poor here in Brookhaven, but I think I want to watch a bit of television. He said, for your luck, there is a television here. Okay, so let's go. From what I understood, he's talking about this. This is an incredible television, and now this journalist is appearing. I want to see what he has to say this time. He said, the millionaire left everything he had to live in the poor neighborhood, and this has been becoming a trend among the rich. For sure they are talking about me, which is really very bizarre. It's very strange that they are talking about me here on television. I'm literally watching this. It would be better if I didn't see the news. He said, and specialists ask, why? The answer is much simpler than he thinks. But now I'm returning home, which, in this case, this one here's my new house. I do not know why, but I'm starting to feel bad. After all, I had everything, and now I do not have anything anymore. Now I'm forced to live in this neighborhood. I always wanted to live here, but now that I must live here, this isn't so cool. And you can see that all of them are here too. I think the person who doesn't like doors is you. After all the doors are here. Now we are on another day, and from what it seems, there are two groups here in front. Okay, I just got up, and what is happening? Can someone explain this to me? This guy dropped this sign. He said, whoever wants to go fishing, come to Group A. Okay, and what is Group B? Can you explain this to me? He dropped the sign. He said, in Group B, we will just walk around the city. Okay, this seems much cooler, so I'm arriving right here. I'm from Group B, and there are two people in Group A, so who will this guy choose? He's looking here to both sides, and simply, he came to Group A. Okay, big, only we are from Group B, so you will have to introduce me to the city. So he's looking here. He said, what are you talking about? Dude, I simply do not know the city. I'm not joking. I do not know almost anything here in this city, even living here for a long time. This happens because, during all this time, I stayed living in that neighborhood that practically forbids you to leave here. Okay, we are coming here in front. This here's much more fun than it seems. We are literally coming here with the power of friendship, also because we have to carry this vehicle. Okay, we left it right here, and now we are coming here to the market. I came a few times to this market. WX is exactly here. There's also this guy who is shopping. Okay, this seems very fun. I will do some shopping. A long time ago it was my security guard who did the shopping, but now I myself am doing this. He said, it's cool, right dude? It's much cooler than it seems. This is simply incredible. But now that guy is looking here. Probably, he came here to speak badly about us. He said, I admire your courage. I would never leave my mansion to live with noob people. Dude, it's not because they are poor that they are noobs. Actually, 100% of them were rich people who simply got tired of everything. They got tired of obeying the senseless rules of the city and decided to just leave there. It's very simple what happened. And now he became a bit more serious. He said, so everyone there just got tired of obeying the laws? But the laws are not even that absurd. But of course they are. Stop to think a bit, and you will realize this. Okay, I paid for the shopping. He said, I saw you on TV. Yes, most people saw me there, but now Big is leaving. So we are entering this vehicle, and he's taking me here in front, exactly to the hair salon. Dude, why did you come here? I simply am not going to cut my hair. But now this king appeared. I think it's Big who is going to cut his hair. I did not even know that Big had hair, but now he's cutting it, and simply, he became bald. Dude, you were bald all this time? I really did not remember that. He said, I was always bald. Only you did not notice. Really? I had not noticed that. Now we are returning here behind. This way it's very hard to turn this vehicle, but I think everything will be fine. So we are coming here in front like this, and finally we are returning home. So finally we are arriving here, and we jumped inside the car. One thing that is missing in this base, for sure, is a television. Literally, there are no televisions in this base. So I'm taking this box right here, and I'm going to build a television in some specific place. I think here's already good. Here's a great space to put a television. Great, I placed this television here. I do not know why, but I feel that there is something missing here. Every time I look at this seems incomplete. But out of nowhere, this guy appeared here. He said, the sofa is missing. Dude, this is really a great idea. And now he simply left here. It's really impressive how everyone here's much happier than in that neighborhood where I lived. Now he arrived at the cable car, and simply, he's going up here. And now I'm placing a sofa here. Okay, I'm watching the news. I want to see what is playing today on television. But now it seems it's a very serious topic, also because the journalist is more serious. He said, starting today, that simple neighborhood will be removed. We will demolish everything. Dude, this simply is absurd. But why did he say that word specifically? He said that he will demolish, as if he really is going to do this. But actually, I think it's the government that is going to do it. He said, we will build a new studio for the news in that ugly place. Dude, this simply is absurd. I cannot believe that this is happening. The worst of all is that only we two know this. Dude, where are the rest of the people? They simply are not here. He said, most of them are having fun. Really, they are up here on the mountain, and now they are coming down here. Dude, this is very strange. None of them is noticing what is happening here. And there are two cars there in front that are coming here to destroy all of this. Luckily, they stopped right here. You two cannot come any closer. This here's our house. I will not let you destroy all of this just to build a studio. And now he arrived right here. He said, we bought this land from you. Wait, who was the person who sold this? So he's looking back here, and it seems that it was exactly this player. I cannot believe that he betrayed everyone. He's the biggest traitor of the neighborhood, and now he's going up here to return to that other neighborhood. From what I understood, he was the owner of this house all this time. The worst of all is that there is nothing that we can do. They really are going to destroy everything. But for some reason, the soldier is coming here in front. Dude, why is he coming here? This doesn't make much sense. He's arriving armed, so it's because the thing really is serious. He said that guy sold only his house, so the studio will be built literally on his house specifically. So this means that, actually, the studio will be built exactly here, and now he agreed. Okay, this really is very good. Now a few months have passed. I'm still in this neighborhood. Here the studio was built, and you can see that this guy is very angry. He did not want this to happen, and now the journalist just left here. He said, you sold this house, so why are you sad? It's because he thought that he sold this neighborhood. Here in Brookhaven there is a giant monster. It's trapped here in the prison, and it's really very scary. But now I'm watching television, and this police officer just appeared here. He said, "We take care of the biggest monster in the world." He's right, but this gives me a lot of fear, especially because this monster is scary. Now the monster is appearing exactly here. It's simply a giant worm. It's our size, but it doesn't speak our language. It's simply a monster. This for me is one of the scariest things of all. Now a few hours have passed, and both of us are watching television, but Big stood up here. He said, "I told you that they are reliable. You say many things, so it's obvious that one day you'll be right, but I still have a lot of fear here. I believe that someday this monster will eventually get out of the prison." He said, "It's a maximum security prison. You are underestimating it. It's you who are overestimating this maximum security prison that can be invaded at any moment. But now I'm going back home. Now it's definitely time to sleep. I'm so paranoid, and I have so much fear that I put this wood here on the door. I know that this looks absurd, and it really is, but I do this to have a little more security. I'll never trust this maximum security prison." But now it was the middle of the night. I'm hearing a very strange noise. There is a siren noise coming here in the prison. Dude, what could be happening? Why is there siren sounds here in the prison? And now there are even police officers coming here. This is terrible. Something very urgent happened here in the prison, and it's because of this that a police officer is coming here. Besides the police officer, there is also a helicopter coming here that is from the army, and it's landing here on top. And now this soldier is coming here. Okay, this is much more serious than I thought. Something happened in the prison that I simply don't know, but I have to find out today. Okay, another police officer is coming here, and now I'm coming here, and I'm going to improve the protection of my room. This giant worm cannot come in here. I will not let that happen. But now Big is calling me. He said, "What could have happened there? I don't know, but you should close your house. We have no idea if this here is safe. The only thing he did was lock this house." Okay, this is better than nothing. And now he went down here. He even closed this place. Okay, Big really is smarter than I thought. At least he's obeying what I say. Now we are on another day. I'm removing this wood to see what really happened to the city. Great, now I'm coming here. I have to watch television urgently. Okay, this just turned on, and now this police officer appeared. Dude, he looks very injured. He said, "Nothing much happened. The alarm broke by itself last night. I'm sure that this is a lie. Something definitely happened. After all, he is injured. Now I'm coming here with my vehicle. I want him to tell me what happened, and I promise that I won't tell people." Okay, I just arrived here, so he's coming here closer. "Dude, I know that something happened last night. I want you to tell me exactly what happened." He said, "The alarm broke. It's very simple. I know that this obviously is a lie. You're hiding something. Can you tell me that?" "I won't tell anyone." He said, "Okay, I'll tell the truth of what really happened." But now the soldier just left here, and the police officer just noticed this. Now I'm sure that he'll lie. He said, "The alarm broke because I farted." Dude, this is the worst excuse that I've ever heard in my life. I've never seen such a bad excuse like this. Okay, now I'm leaving here. Everything that happened was bizarre, but definitely they won't tell me what really happened. I'll have to find this out myself. But he only stopped talking about what happened when that soldier appeared here, and now you can see that he's more serious. He said, "It's in everyone's interest that you stay quiet." I'm seeing all of this, so now he's finally leaving here. Unfortunately, I can't come here, especially because he's watching all of this. But as soon as he leaves here, I'll definitely go to the prison. Now a few hours have passed, and from what it seems, he's finally going to leave here. It's very good that he's leaving, because now I can see the prison, and there won't be a soldier bothering me here in Brookhaven anymore. For that, I only had to wait a few hours. Great, once again I'm coming here. This time I'm sure it's going to work. He has no reason to lie. "Dude, tell me the truth of what happened." He said, "I'll tell you with one condition. You bring my favorite candies from the candy store." Okay, I promise that I'll do that. And then you'll really have to show me what happened in the prison. This prison really is very mysterious. So now I'm leaving here. But before you leave, is there really something strange in the prison? I want to know a bit of that, just to be sure if I'm wasting time or not. So he came closer and simply agreed. Okay, I have to go now. So I'm running back here before time runs out. I have a few minutes to get this before the candy store closes here in Brookhaven. Okay, I'm coming here running. I can't waste time. Great, I'm coming here running. And finally I managed to arrive here on time. But now they turned off the light. From what it seems, he's leaving here. "Bob's cousin, I need help. I know your work shift is over, but I need the police officer's favorite candy. He asked for it urgently." He said, "Okay, but I'll charge more since the day is over." Okay, everything is fine. He's picking there all the candies that this police officer wants here in Brookhaven. And now he's bringing me this box here. Dude, thank you very much. You're literally saving me. "And how much does all of this cost?" He said, $2,000 or a backflip. Okay, now I finally did a backflip here in Brookhaven. I'm very good at this. And now even he got scared. He said he always failed and had to pay the money. But I'm simply not him. Now finally I'm coming here to the front, and I'll deliver these candies to the police officer who will finally show me what is in the prison. But there is a police officer coming here too. Okay, I think I have to stop right here. This is not very good. He's stopping my car, and he's even coming here armed. "Officer, I didn't do anything wrong. I'm basically innocent." He said, "What is in the box that you took?" "Well, there's nothing much. It's simply food. I'm very hungry, and I took this." He said, "You'll give me half, and you'll go home." Dude, I can't do that. I'm not joking. That is simply absurd. But luckily, he's laughing. He said, "It was just a joke, and I only want one candy." "Okay, you can take this candy, but please leave me alone. I don't want to be chased by police officers anymore." Seriously, this was one of the most bizarre things that could have happened to me. He could have chased anyone, but he came after me just because I had candies. Okay, finally I'm coming here to the prison, and I think I still have time. Probably I'll manage to arrive here on time, especially because it's still night, and he probably still wants candies. "Look, look, I brought your candies. So now he went down here, and it seems that he's very hungry. You can take all of this, with the condition that you'll tell me what is happening here in the prison. And now he's calling me. Okay, I'm coming here inside. I'm very anxious to see this. Finally, I'll find out what there is here in the prison. And he even closed the gate. There's no turning back. This really is a path with no return. So he brought me right here. From what I understood, he's coming here to eat food. Literally, he's eating all the candies. Okay, meanwhile, I want to see what this is back here. There's this giant fence that is protecting us. But why does this have so much protection? And also, why was there destruction here on the ground? But from what it seems, right here there's this giant worm that gives a lot of fear. This is one of the scariest things of all. You can see that it's right there. And now the police officer is arriving here too. Dude, did you see how bizarre this is? Actually, you definitely saw it, especially because you work here. He said she tried to escape. That's why several soldiers and police officers were called. Okay, this is very strange, but what would happen if it really had escaped? This worm is simply giant, and it's much bigger than normal worms. This has the potential to destroy the city. He said, exactly, this would destroy the city, and only the smartest would survive. Okay, this is really very bizarre. I think maybe I didn't want to hear this. Dude, I'm going back home. I'm very scared. I simply don't want to know about this anymore. I'm going back here. Luckily, he opened this gate. I never want to come back here again. I'm really scared of all of this. So finally I arrived here at home. I'll have to protect my entire house. The only way to protect this is basically putting wood here on the windows and doors. This is the best way to protect the house. So now I'm protecting this house of mine. Absolutely no monster will come in here. Now a few hours have passed. I'm protecting my entire house. I won't let anything affect my house, especially because I love living here. But now Big arrived right here. He said, I think you're exaggerating. If she escapes, we'll all have to escape through the airport. If everyone goes to the airport, this means that literally it won't work, especially because it'll be overloaded. So my house is a plan B. If the worm escapes, my house will be 100% safe. I'm even putting these fences. Nothing bad will happen to my house. From what it seems, this police officer is leaving. Everything is so under control that he can leave here and leave the prison completely alone. And now he's coming here near me, and he has something to say. He said, I work there, and I can guarantee you that nothing bad will happen. Dude, I'll tell you the truth. I'm doing this because I think it's very beautiful to have a house like this. That's the truth. And now he got happy, and finally he went back to his car. I had to lie to him so he wouldn't be sad and think that all of this is his fault. Actually, it's not his fault. He really helped me a lot by showing the truth. I know it's only a matter of time until this prison is completely destroyed. Now a few hours have passed. I'm watching television. This journalist is appearing here to give the news of the day. Wait, the television turned off. From what it seems, the power went out here in the house. This is very strange. I remember very well paying the bills. From what it seems, the power of all the houses went out. So it seems that the entire neighborhood is without power. And now Big is arriving right here. He can come in here through the garage. You just have to jump this fence. Great, he managed to come here. Unfortunately, I'll have to close this garage, especially because this is dangerous. We don't know why the power went out. He said, what if the worm escaped? This, unfortunately, is a real possibility, especially because now the prison lost power, and this soldier is escaping from there. I don't know what happened, but he really is escaping. Okay, this is happening because something terrible just happened, and now the siren is sounding, but from what it seems, this worm just escaped. This is bizarre. Now I don't know what I can do anymore. This will be my end. The worm really escaped. You were right all this time, and now you can see that it's escaping. This is bizarre, and it escaped right in this part. I was watching this. I have no idea where it went, but now this really is the end of the city. I don't know if we'll manage to survive. And now finally it's morning. I'm very curious to know what's happening in the prison. I want to see all the destruction that happened, but I also want to survive, so I can't go there. I'll have to stay here until everything goes back to normal. Wait, the power is back. This is really very good. I'm coming here to the front. Big, finally the power is back, and there's only one thing we should do, which is watch television. I'm watching the news of the day, and now this police officer appeared, but definitely he's not happy at all. Actually, he's very serious. He said, attention, do not leave your houses. We have a deadline of 1 month to capture the worm again. Dude, 1 month is simply a lot. With that time, the food will simply run out. Big, our situation is much worse than it seems, and now they are searching for this worm, but it's very unlikely they'll manage to find it. After all, this worm is very smart, but dude, we have to see all the destruction of the prison. Now both of us are coming here to see everything that happened, and you can see that it's raining a lot now. I finally got this torch. I really want to see everything that happened here. Dude, I'm a bit scared, especially because I don't know if it's still here inside. It left, but what if it came back? Okay, I'm coming here very carefully, but now it started to catch fire. Out of nowhere it started to catch fire in all these places, but now he brought this box. He said, use this gas mask. This smoke makes you sleep. Okay, I just took this, and now I'm like this. I think like this I'm a bit safer, and he's also like this. But dude, just look at everything that happened. It's bizarre that there was so much destruction here. Everything is completely fallen. This for me is too scary. Wait, what is that? Big, are you seeing this too? Literally, this worm is here in the front. This is terrible. We have to run away from here now. I'm coming here to the front. We really have to escape from here. Okay, this can be a great hiding place. So we're coming here behind. I'll hide right in this part, and it's exactly here. Dude, I can't believe this is happening. happening, but now I'm even calling the police. They have to come here to the prison to save us. And luckily they really are coming here. They have to come here before it's too late. So finally the police officers arrived here, and this worm just arrived here. It's getting closer, but it heard the car noise, and now it started to really come here. Okay, luckily it didn't come here. Actually, it escaped. Dude, I was very scared of this. And Big is simply lying here on the ground. And now this police officer arrived here. Look, we are here. We are human beings. And the monster went right here. I'm speaking really seriously, but he's looking at me. He said, I'm not even going to ask why you came here. Okay, it's better that you really don't ask, especially because I was very wrong to come here. Okay, now we're leaving, but Big didn't come. Okay, from what it seems I'll have to carry him. Big is lying here on the ground, and he's scared of what happened, so I'll have to take him down here. Big, just look at what you're doing. Okay, I'm leaving here now. Finally, he stood up, and again fell to the ground. He's too scared. And now the police officer arrived here. He said, we have 24 hours to recover the worm. Do you have any plan? Obviously, I don't have any plan. It doesn't even make sense for me to have that, but it seems that Big is more serious. He said, I have a plan that may not work, but if it works, it will save the city. Even I want to know what plan this is. Okay, I didn't like this plan very much. All of them are watching the construction, but none of them wants to help me. Okay, I finished this, but I don't want to be the bait. Like I said, this is simply absurd. This soldier arrived here. He said, you're the only one capable of making this work. Dude, this is simply absurd. For those who don't know, I'll have to stay right here, and the worm will come up here, and we'll get trapped. If this doesn't work, this will be my end. I'm very scared of this. And now both of them came back here in the car, and it's Big who will drive this. They'll stay watching just to see if everything is going well. Now we're coming here to the front. Big, you'll pay for what you're doing. Just look where I am now. A few hours have passed, and until now we haven't found this worm. I'm starting to think that it escaped from the city, and these police officers are following us. They're watching us. But dude, I'm really very tired. Now Big arrived here in the front and simply stopped. Dude, why did you stop out of nowhere? But from what it seems, the worm is here in the front. This is scary. Big is turning the car so that the worm sees me. Dude, I'm scared of this. Literally, this hungry worm is here in the front. Now this worm is coming right here, and it jumped in here. Big, close the fence now. Great, they finally closed this. Okay, I have to get out of here now. I don't want to stay near this hungry worm. Okay, I opened this fence, and now I got out. Dude, this here is scary. This worm is exactly here and fell into the trap. This here is simply scary. Big, let's go to the prison now. This worm has to be imprisoned. Now finally we're coming here, and the police officers are following us to take care of us. Our super risky plan worked. Now a few days have passed. I'm watching television with Big. I want to see all the news. He said the worm was captured, and finally everything in the city went back to normal. And now this worm is appearing on television. Luckily everything worked. And guys, if you want to add me on Roblox, you just have to become a member of the channel, and I'll add you on Roblox.